Welcome everyone to Enlightened World Network. Today is a day of meditation and I'm Deb Goldberg, your host. We have such a special meditation for you today. We have Terry Angel here who is going to do a 7 generational clearing and healing for ancestral patterns. And you know, she's been groomed for this. She is an angel conduit who has been called in this current lifetime to connect with her ancestors and Native American heritage to help others benefit from healing their energy fields. So, in this 7 generation healing, you can expect to connect with your ancestors under guidance, releasing bonds of any kind that took place during their human lifetime, which is still present in your DNA. So, we are so grateful for you doing this, Terry Angel, and she's doing it all week. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Deb. It is an honor to be doing this, and it was brought by the angels. They're the ones that said to do it and to do it this week. So that's what we are doing, and it's a guided experience. But you are going to be doing some work after the angels are called in. You're going to be really experiencing clearing that energy that's in your ancestral line. So I will be leading you through the whole thing. And then at the end, we'll open up if anyone wants to share. There will be a time for you to share from your heart. So let's get to it. I always like to start out with taking a breath. And then I want to just explain a little bit about what this 7 generation healing is all about. The 7th generation principle was taught by the Native Americans. And it says that in every decision we make, whether it be personal, governmental, or corporate, we must consider how it will affect our descendants 7 generations into the future, so that our pristine sky, fields, waters, and mountains will still be here for them to enjoy. So to live by this principle, one would ask prior to making any decision, how will it affect the land, the water, the air, the animals, the birds, the plants, and the future of our children, 7 generations into the future? This process is designed to shift the energies of both the mother and the father bloodlines back at least 7 generations, clearing it of any pattern of abuse, emotional suppression, helplessness, violence, or war, and then send healing back to that energy as well as forward 7 generations to our children's children. So right now, I want you just to breathe in and relax. Just take that deep breath all the way down into your lungs. And breathe in light from the universe. Keep breathing in deeply. We're going to go through a process, and I want you to be as relaxed as you can be. Now breathe this into your bones, into your blood cells, and your DNA. And on the out breath, just release any energy that does not belong to you back to the universe. You are a child of the universe, and you have the right to be here. So feel the support of the light from the universe around you, releasing anything that can be released from your body back to the light. Now let's set an intention. I would love to set the intention for our world to be more in peace, for any low vibration energy that's happening right now to be covered in the love and light from God, from source energy, that the angels will help to bring this to be. And you can set your own intention If you would like to join in on this one for the collective that's gathered here, wonderful. If you want to set an intention in addition for yourself, maybe it's to release a specific emotion or anything of low vibration that's not serving you. Is it to cut ties with your ancestral energy that's holding you back? Focus on that intention now so it's clear in your mind as we start to call in the angels. So I call in first Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, the angel of air. And Raphael brings the emerald green fire, clearing and cleansing your energy field. Feel this energy and call it into your very body, into your bones to clear and cleanse, into your bloodstream, into every layer of your light body. Let this emerald green fire enter your energy field. Let's breathe that in together. And as that's happening, I call in Michael, Archangel Michael, the angel of fire, the guardian protector. His energy is of electric blue fire. So we're going to call that energy right now into our body of bone and blood, our cells, our DNA, and every layer of our light field. And now breathe. Breathe it in deeply and relax out anything that's not of high vibration inside of you. Now I want you to envision the sword of Archangel Michael right before you, right before your heart chakra, neutralizing any lower frequency energies from entering into your energy field. Now envision it at your back of your heart, protecting the back space from those lower vibrational energies. See the sword now to your left side of your energy field and to the right. And now place it above your head, pointing upwards, and below your feet, pointing downward. So your energy field is protected from 6 directions. Now place the sword within your heart, covering all 7 directions with the wonderful protection of Archangel Michael. Now let's call in Archangel Gabriel, the Archangel of water. Gabriel brings the diamond white fire, and he wraps this fire around you as if it were a cloak of light. This fire can absorb those lower frequency energies from your energy field and pull them out. So take a deep breath in and let's allow this process to happen. We want to really feel this one because Gabriel brings us so much clarity. So you may be experiencing some energy shift even by doing this. And now let's call Archangel Uriel, Uriel of the earth. And the energy of Uriel is ruby red fire. Invite that energy into your body of bone and blood and into every cell of your body. Ruby red fire, clearing lower frequency energies. So we have 4 angels surrounding us, 4 energies of angelic fire, emerald green, electric blue, diamond white, and ruby red. Ask these angels to open and expand your energy field. Call upon your higher self to be present. Call upon the consciousness of your body, your human body, to be present and engaged in this work. breathe and allow as this happens, calling your guides, your higher self, and the angels. Now, above you is Archangel Metatron, and he brings the golden white crystalline grid, which contains every shape that exists in the universe that God has created. He's bringing it into the room just above your head, sealing the space and allowing that golden white light to pour down the walls, clearing and cleansing the walls of the room you're sitting in, and also sealing beneath your feet. So you're actually sitting in this great cube of golden white fire. Let's ask Metatron now to please intensify that fire, protecting your room from interference, protecting the space around you, and any lower frequency energies or openings to lower dimensions. Now, as this is happening, we're going to call Sandalphon from below with the crystalline 5D grid of the earth to rise up into the room. Silver white fire in the energy comes up the feet. And you're going to feel your chakras right now. You're going to feel first the feet chakras, two great spheres of light, one on each foot. Let's bring in the energy of the 5D grid that Sandalphon just brought up and bring that light up to the root chakra, opening up as one great sphere of light now. Breathe that in. See the expansion in your root chakra. And now take another deep breath in and feel that light as it moves. It's moving up now to the sacral chakra, opening up there as one great sphere of light. Breathe this in and release all other energies. And now with another deep breath, we're going to bring that light up to the solar plexus chakra. And this one opens up as one great sphere of light. Breathe it in and release all other energies. Now let's breathe in again and bring that light up to the heart chakra and watch it as it opens as one great sphere of light. Breathing in the energy, releasing all other energies, and anchor the light there in your heart. Now let's call down the golden white fire from Metatron's crystalline grid, from source energy, right from God to us, bringing it down through your crown chakra, and your crown opens up as one great sphere of light. Breathe in that energy from the crystalline grid and release anything that's not serving your higher purpose. With your next deep breath, let's see that light moving to your third eye, the brow chakra, which opens as one great sphere of light. Breathe the energy there and release anything that needs to be cleared out that's low vibration. With your next breath, watch as this light moves to your throat chakra, opening it up as one great sphere of light. As you breathe in, take in that energy and release on the out breath anything that's not serving you. There's a lot of energy in this throat chakra that's coming up to be healed. So feel any sensation If you're clearing your throat, that's energy moving. Allow that. Just allow the healing to take place. And now breathe in again into this crystalline light and see it going down into your heart chakra, anchoring it there where you've already anchored the energy from the earth. And let's release all other energies. Now ask your higher self to open an inner channel between the core of the earth and the core of the sun. Allow the flow of light into your body, the light from the earth and the sun flowing through you, so you become a clear channel for this light. As you breathe, you will expand that channel, allowing more light into the body. So take that breath in deeply and let it expand out, feeling that light as it totally flows from head to toe in your body. Call on your higher self to increase the power and potential of your body to hold that light so you can become a more radiant being of light and hold more light in the earth plane. Now let's call upon the ultraviolet angels to place a sphere of ultraviolet fire around your energy field and place a separate sphere around your earth star chakra just beneath your feet, protecting the chakra where the bloodline enters into your energy field. I ask Archangel Michael and all the ultraviolet angels to seal the bloodline of your mother back 7 generations in one great chamber of light. And I ask Michael and the ultraviolet angels to seal the father line back 7 generations in one great chamber of light with ultraviolet fire. And now you begin your work. Take a deep breath in, and in your mind's eye, step backwards 7 times, representing 7 generations on your mother's side. As you do this, you may get a message from these ancestors as you connect with them. You may receive a name or energy coming from your ancestors. You may get a flash of intuition, knowing what they looked like. Let's take a moment to feel what's happening as you move backwards through all of these eras of your ancestors. There's a mixture of energy coming through. Some of it's helpful. Some of it, though, is still that 3D energy that has been on that timeline for many, many years. And the energy coming from them are lower frequency energy and lower frequency patterns. Think of any issues in your life that you want to release the energy of, or simply feel into the energy as you connect with your ancestors. Now that you've made that connection, ask your higher self and Archangel Sandalphon and all the angels holding the crystalline grid to help dissolve all agreements, cords, and attachments from your mother line that attaches to that 3D matrix of the earth. Ask to dissolve all those agreements, the records and attachment, and shifting the whole mother line back 7 generations into the 5D grid of the earth. See this great tree line being bathed in 5D energy from the crystalline grid. And as this happens, many of the energies that are in there of the old bloodline will not like this shift. They may want to retreat back to the earth grid. And that's okay. Just give permission. Just say it's okay for these energies of the mother line back 7 generations that do not wish to belong to the crystalline grid to leave. And give permission for new 5D energies from the crystalline grid to replace them, holding the integrity of the mother line back 7 generations. Just take a moment and feel that energy. Feel if there was any release that happened, if there was that 5D energy that took over and flooded into this bloodline. And now, in your mind's eye, step forward those 7 long strides to come back to where you are, where you're sitting presently, or standing, or lying. And now, in your mind's eye, step backwards again 7 times, representing 7 generations on your father's side. Let's ask Sandalphon and the angels and your higher self to do the same process for your father line. Feel into the energy. Maybe there's someone there that's coming forward to greet you, coming forward to speak a word or a message to you. Just take that time. And then, as we're there, let's ask to clear all agreements, cords, attachments to the old earth grid, and to move the entire line back 7 generations into the crystalline 5D grid of the earth. And see your father line bathing the bloodline back 7 generations. Once again, there may be energies that are not happy with this shift. They may want to remain in that 3D energy. So give permission for any of those energies that do not wish to belong to the crystalline 5D grid to leave. And give permission for the new 5D energies from the crystalline grid to replace them, holding the father line in high integrity and frequency of light back 7 generations. Now, take those 7 steps back again to yourself. Come back in your mind with 7 long steps right to where you're sitting right now in this now moment. And as you look at these 2 trees in the earth going off at different angles, bathed in the crystalline grid of light being transformed and shifted, and also a sphere of ultraviolet fire around the earth star chakra, neutralizing any lower frequency energies coming through the bloodlines. Feel your energy field lightening and shifting as these energies are neutralized. Some of the energy will still come through, but these are the energies that will help you. For all of those that are not helpful, give permission to dissolve the energy with the violet fire. Give permission for the light to intensify around both mother and father line, bathing and shifting the whole bloodline from a 3D to a 5D bloodline, so that the energy that you project forward into the future to your descendants is of the highest frequency. And now, as you have felt into the energy of your ancestors on both the mother line and the father line, let's pause to say a prayer of forgiveness. We release and forgive the energy we felt there with love. Together, let's say the Hawaiian prayer of forgiveness, the Ho'oponopono. There are 4 phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Take a moment to repeat these words as much as you want, whatever feels right for you to say those words into this ancestral energy, recognizing that it's not about any person, it's about the energy. And you're releasing that energetic impact of anything that transpired during that time. So again, it's I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. We're going to pause for that to happen as you say those words. I feel this is a very emotional release today for some. Let the energy from your eyes pour forth if that's the case. Just let the tears flow because you're releasing a lot of heaviness that was in there. And now let's neutralize all patterns from the family line that do not serve you or your descendants and do not serve the energy of the world right now as it is. So ask that all agreements, programs, and resolved energies that do not serve your highest good, your soul's path, or those of your descendants be dissolved into source light. Let's cancel all vows, agreements, contracts, karmic IOU that do not serve your highest good or the good of the bloodline. We release all of these to source light, both the mother line and the father line. When this is done, ask that all vows, agreements, blood covenants, karmic IOUs from beyond 7 generations that do not serve your highest path or purpose, or the highest path or purpose of the highest destiny of the bloodline, be canceled, dissolved, and released now. Take a deep breath in. And let's clear and dissolve all futile vows that connect you to the energy of slavery, master, or servant. Cancel those now. That was a big clearing. So let's take a moment, another breath in. And let's cancel any vows that disconnect you from knowing or radiating your own authentic light or walking your own true path. Clear any human-animal hybrid experiment or mutation from Atlantis that's in your bloodline. Clear any agreements of belonging or serving the dark. Clear any agreements around extraterrestrial experimentation or alien enslavement trauma held in your human DNA. Take another breath in and ask your angels, your higher self, and Sandalphon to clear any blood covenants in the DNA all the way down to the 5D crystalline grid of the earth. Clear any genetic karmic damage. Clear the bone marrow and all blood producing parts of the body of any genetic karmic damage. Clear any chemical interference harming the blood. And this is a big one. So take a deep breath in and clear any disease memory in the body. Clear all memory and influence, DNA instruction or RNA instruction that hinders the process of returning to the original perfect template. That feels good to release that energy. I'm just feeling into the collective, and I feel the energy pouring forth to be transmuted. Any dis-ease, any illness, anywhere there was low vibration that happened in your ancestry, just let it go. And in your own physical body, where it's in your DNA, let it go. And as we do that and let go, we're going to call on Metatron and Metatron's healing teams to send a soft, healing golden light into the body. We ask this light to be sent to all aspects of the physical body. In this healing light, back through your time, back to your young adult years, back to your adolescent years, to the young child years, and back to you in the womb. Just take a moment to visualize that that light is traveling throughout your current lifetime. And now send this soft healing gold light back to the bloodline, both mother and father line, sending a healing back 7 generations, healing the bloodline in those 7 generations. And now send this soft healing gold light back beyond 7 generations, all the way back into infinity, along both the mother and the father lines, sending a healing light back through hundreds and hundreds of generations. Now send this soft healing gold light forward in time along the bloodline to help all of your descendants align with the higher frequency light so that they may feel more at home and welcomed here on planet Earth. Now take in a deep breath to release and relax. The energy may be swirling around you in a big way right now. That was a lot of clearing, a lot of movement of energy. So you may be feeling a little lightheaded from that. So be gentle with yourself if you are going to start to move. And let's begin to give gratitude. Let's thank all the angels and all the beings who took part in this healing process. Thank your higher self. Thank your guides. We want to thank the angels holding the grids, Metatron and Sandalphon, and ask them to release these grids now with gratitude, but not completely release the intensity of the grids, to let that energy stay with us. And thank the angels around you. Uriel with the ruby red fire, Gabriel with the diamond white fire, Archangel Michael with the electric blue fire, and Raphael with the emerald green fire. We thank all of these beings as they step away from our energy field, and we feel the lightness now of our being, the lightening of the load, the release of energy from these bloodlines. And now this will allow for greater expansion of your light in this lifetime. So take a deep breath in, begin to soften with that breath, begin to open, to relax, and begin to come back to the room you're in. Just focusing on the breath. Begin to feel your physical body, becoming aware of where you are, and opening up to this process, this experience that you've just been through. This was huge. I felt so much energy movement here today. Oh, and we are going to open up to see if anyone would like to share your experience. So I'm going to turn this back on to the gallery view. And Deb, thank you oh, for holding space for us through all of that.
Oh, it was my pleasure. What a beautiful experience. And I just feel so much lighter. But I do have to say, when you took us down the father line, I could feel this tension all down in the sides of my jaw and up all of the top around here. And I was like, what is that about? It was so tight, but it's released now.
Hmm.
So, but and it's just such a beautiful gift to give your family backwards and forwards
Yeah,
to do this cleansing.
exactly. Especially forward, especially those descendants. Those there may be children's children that aren't born yet that um, or those that are born that will experience the energy of this. So beautiful. I'm so glad you experienced that, Deb. This is our third day in a row of doing this, and we've had people that have been on that experience something different each time. Maybe you connect with a different ancestor, or the energy might feel different. You're more attuned now to what you're looking for, so you feel it differently in a bigger way. This is awesome. So, anyone that would like to unmute your microphone and share your experience with us, I'd love to hear if anyone did have an experience from this. Diane, I just saw you unmute.
Oh, I had more than one experience. It was beautiful. Thank you, Terry.
So,
On the mother's side, I went back and I was introduced to an Abigail, who is someone that I've connected to in the past, but I didn't have a name for. So I saw her at a hearth. It was beautiful. And I feel like she and I have connected in the past. So it was nice to meet up with her. So I really enjoyed that. And then on the father's side, which is the more difficult side for me, I went back and I met a Charles, who then brought me, as you came closer out of it. I have an estranged relationship with my father, who is now probably in the end stages of his life, coming close. And so there was a very emotional time coming back out to him and feeling as if many of these things that my ancestry has carried that have been affecting us in our relationships, it felt I have such a calm, like there was a huge release. So thank you so much for that.
I'm so happy. Thank you for sharing that, Diane. And Diane, don't you have a daughter named Abigail?
I do have an Abigail. So it's funny that name that I remember now, this is really strange. When I was expecting her, I remember saying, I had a few names in my head for her, and I said, I can't figure out your name. So I'm going to go to sleep, and I would like you to tell me your name. And I went to sleep that night, and I saw a little girl walking away from me, and I said, Abby, and she turned and she smiled at me. And she's a very old soul. She's been that way since she was born. I've known that she's carried energy of my grandmother. I've gotten that through before. So she is definitely come back through, and I almost feel like she is a part of that energy that I met today. So it's really incredible.
I have chills. This
Mhm.
is so awesome. And I'm so happy that you had that
Mhm.
experience.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Anyone else who would like to share?
I know there's a couple of people who shared online. We
Oh,
had
great.
Rashi say that too much pull the body, and fears coming up, also anxiety.
Mhm.
And then Charles says that on his mother's line seemed light shooting out. So
Beautiful.
that's a beautiful experience too. And I guess, like you said, it's normal to have all of these different feelings come up.
Absolutely. Because we had that energy in our DNA. And sometimes I don't know if any of you have experienced this. Sometimes you're just angry and you don't know why you're angry,
Mhm.
and you're connecting with something that's there, that energy carries forward. So doing this clearing will help you going forward in your physical life, in your the energy that you put forth into the world. So I'm so glad and so happy that you all did this. And I see there's some comments in chat. And let's see. Okay, so Rosalind, thank you for being with us. She said she had tightness in her chest when she was on her dad's side. Yeah, that was that heaviness of the energy. So the more that you feel into that forgiveness work that we did and into asking the angels to release that energy, I think you're going to feel that tightness start to loosen up. And hopefully it has already as we go through and continue that healing that's coming from the angels. And Etta says, I felt a lot of heat. Thanks so much. That's the thing about our angels. When you work with the angelic realm, there's such high frequency energy. So there is a lot of heat that usually happens as they come into closer into where you are. So that's a very normal thing to feel that. And I hope that you all had a most beautiful experience with this, as I always do when I go back through this process and share it and do the release. So if there are no more comments, Deb, I think we can go ahead and close out this meditation today.
Okay, and thank you for the blessing, Terry. Thank you, thank you. And for people that didn't catch us and want to be on a live one, we're doing it tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Angel Heart Radio, which will be on Angel Heart Radio's Facebook page and on Enlightened World Network's page. And we still have more coming up for you today. And this will be replayed at 10 o'clock this evening, Eastern Time. So you can catch the replay if you would like to watch that this evening before you go to bed. At 12 o'clock on Enlightened Living, we have Mastermind Meditations with Joan of Angels. And at 5 o'clock, I'll be on with Divine Relationship Recovery with Marbeth Dunn. So stay tuned. There's always something going on in Enlightened World Network and Enlightened Living. And we will see you later, and sending you lots of love and blessings for your day.
Bye, everybody.
Mhm.